Okay, at this point, if everyone starts the account review at a place where you want to fucking jump off and die, just take a look at what you see. Okay, this is just complete dog shit. Why the is your face out at 8? Hey guys, MrPokke here, back with another video. And today, I have no idea what account this is. I'm going in blind. And without further ado, let's get into today's content. Subscribe! Alright, units to focus on Firefly, Facial, and Acheron. I'm not sure if you guys have seen a pattern so far. It's always Firefly, Facial, Acheron. Firefly, Facial, Acheron. Firefly, Facial, Acheron. Firefly, Facial, Acheron. Firefly, Facial. It's always Firefly, Facial, Acheron. For pretty much the past... every single account so far, it has been Firefly, Facial, Acheron. So, yeah, it is what it is. Extra notes for the context, I originally put the game back at launch for like 1 or 2 weeks or so, hence the random Scylla in my box. Ended up quitting after that. And recently just got back into the game during 2.3 for Firefly. I logged in like once between the year plus gap. People told me about the free doctor ratio. Essentially, I'm a new player starting out from 2.3. Okay, so this is a new account. It is essentially quote unquote a new account because bro quit the game. After playing for 1 or 2 weeks, he quit the game, came back in for doctor ratio, and then quit again. And he basically just started out. So this is a brand new, fresh account. Okay, so that is going to be the logic we're going for. Main goal is to get the holy trinity. And there it is. Firefly, Facial, Acheron. Firefly, Facial, Acheron. Firefly, Facial, Acheron. Firefly, Facial, Acheron. And get good teams for them. Still coping on an Acheron rerun. Theoretically speaking, it's coming. Which is why I also ended up picking Jiao Qiu, not built yet. And I have been slowly working on Pella. Also, I do want eventually to finish a follow-up Topaz. Same. I have Topaz at home, don't need her. I'm currently Trailblaze 68, so still have some ways to go. But of course, I'm looking for any suggestions and guidance for my account. I've been clearing all content pretty easily since picking up Yun Li. Okay, tracers aren't the best but still working, so please show mercy. Also, is Japan worth building? Fuck no. Unfortunately, a lot of my missed 50-50% games, so can I cope? Nope. Die in game. Thank you for your hard work you do with your Twitch streams and YouTube videos. Okay, you know what? We're off to a... This is at least a B. At least a B. Thank you. Use code Pokke at GamerSubs to save 10% off. Might improve my account. I think that is completely fine. That is a completely fair. That is a very logical way of thinking. If you were to use code Pokke at 10% off GamerSubs, use code Pokke with 10% off GamerSubs. My favorite flavor is Blowhole Blast by Shady. Very good, very Pokke. I have 20,000 of these at home. Very good, very Pokke. Signed by Shady. Very nice. Currently running Facial March 7th or Yun Li with Robin and Huan Huan. And then we have Firefly, HMC, Gallagher, and Shran Mei. Alright. A holy yep fest of a note, but let's just see what we have over here. Alright. Okay, at this point, if everyone starts the account review at a place where you want to fucking jump off and die, it loses the appeal. It loses the comedy factor. So let's try to come up with something more creative. All right. Stop jumping off. Stop jumping off. All right. Let's take a look at the idlants. It's E0, E0, E. Okay, E6, E1 Bubbin, an excellent choice indeed. An excellent choice. Ooh. E2 Yun Li. Very, very interesting. With E2 Firefly. Okay, bro needs that run. Oh my god, E2. I have not seen a E2 teaming for a long time. And then these are the you put for E1 Jade. Okay, this will definitely help your pure vision by quite a bit. Even an E0, it would have helped your pure vision. Everything else doesn't really use. So honestly, a very small box of units. Okay, E0 S1. Topaz Ninja Light Cone, because fuck Topaz. I think that's a completely normal take. E1 S1 Bubbin. Okay. Huan Ninja Light Cone, love to see it. E2 S1 Yun Li. Okay, this is completely fine. Hoggers. You have 0 memories of the past. You have 0 memories of the past. That is kind of crazy. Double Coggers on Runmei and Harmony Trailblazer. Okay. Quid Pro Quo, fantastic choice. Resolution, fantastic choice. S5 Danzans, that's fair. Okay, Eyes of Prey, Qing Xue Light Cone, Scylla on the worst light cone in the world, and then this is gonna be dead, right? Alright, let's see what we have for our tracers. Mostly still working on them, but you are getting there. I'm not gonna like grill you too hard because this is basically a new account from 2.3. Alright, so I'm really not gonna grill you too hard. You can slowly work your way up. So I'm always very nice to new players so that they are not scared off by the evil MrPokke that is fucking like ruins your life and eat your dog, and I just be super mean to you. I'm honestly usually very nice to all the new accounts that I see in my life, right? So yeah, let's kind of just take a look. You see, okay, this is just complete dog shit. Why the is your face out at 8? Okay, I'm kidding. But that being said, you do want to try to bring this career up as much as you can. It is a good starting point. It is a good starting point. But just try to make this career up as high as you can, right? As high as you can. Honestly, other than that, I think this career ratio is pretty fair, right? Just she really wants that career rate. Okay, cool. March 7th. It's good enough. I would say it's good enough. Yeah, I think it's good enough. Maybe a little bit more crit damage, right? Just a little bit more, just a smidge bit more. It's fine, right? It's fine. All right, and you already won the game with your E1 S1 Bubbin. Consider running Broken Kill. Consider running Broken Kill. But this is generally she is her. Very easy to build. 4k attack. Do you have ER rope? Yes, you do. Yep, you're completely fine, right? So she's done, more or less. Huan also more or less done. I don't really need to care about it. Okay. This Yun Li, I would prefer if she had more crit rate. I would prefer if she had more crit rate. Also, you mentioned in your notes over here, right? You only care about Firefly, Facial, and Aircron E0 S1. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. And this might be mind-boggling to you, to someone that only cares about the big three. Yun Li is a diabolically good DPS. You might feel that she's, early game, clear everything, and maybe no. She is a diabolically good DPS. And the fact that you already invested in your E2, I urge you to consider building a team around Yun Li. And you know what's the best part? You already have it. You have Bubbin. Now you just need to scour the ends of the earth for that E6 team. Hopefully you can get an E6 team. And then you have Huan. So you already have a Yun Li team more or less settled. She is diabolically good for pretty much almost every single content that we've seen so far, right? I would say investing in her is something that you probably won't regret. And sort of another good thing is this: they literally run the exact same build with one another. So you can keep farming this domain. Not only does it improve your super break, it also improves your Yun Li / Facial. So you are in a very efficient position to make your account progress across the board by farming the Valeria / Duran domain, right? Sorry, a Valeria / Iron Cavalry domain, right? So this is very good place to keep farming. Build up your crit rate, and you're gonna be good, right? Yun Li specifically really wants a crit rate, not so much a crit damage, because you get a free 100% crit damage from this. Where's the damn thing? I searched as a okay. Oh, you are using the AD, the zoomer version. Yeah, 100% crit damage. So, very nice. Very just give her more crit rate, and you'll be good. All right, Firefly, 159 speed, 200 break effect. Break effect. And you have E2. So you already have your super break team settled. Because E2 Firefly is basically the equivalent of like, not equivalent, but like same power scaling as an E2 Acheron or even E2 Dale, right? And E2 Dale is like our strongest E2 for version 1.x DPS. So your super break team is more or less already settled. Getting E1 Rame would definitely do you a lot of favors. If you don't want to invest in Lingsha, that's completely fine. Because you have an E6 Gallagher, you're fine, you're good. Saving your pulse for an eventual Harmony Trailblazer upgrade would be more worth it than getting Lingsha, in my personal opinion. This Harmony Trailblazer upgrade, theoretically speaking, if it happens, it might change everything. It might change everything. So for you, right now, when it comes to this specific juncture of this account review, my putting opinion advice for you specifically, consider skipping Rappa if you don't care for AoE, because she's imaginary erudition, right? Theoretically speaking. I mean, not theoretically, she is imaginary erudition. So if you don't really care about it, because you do have a exceedingly strong Firefly and you have an E1 Bubbin, you should be able to clear content without Rappa. Saving up for the version 3.x supports, assuming that 3.x, it might do your account a lot of wonders. You mentioned you were waiting for Acheron's rerun. You could prioritize a 3.x unit instead of a 2.x unit. I'm not saying Acheron is going to get power crept, but generally speaking, from what I've seen so far, big version patch units in Honkai Starbucks has almost more or less always been a direct outscaling in terms of output to investment needed for the past few times, right? So take it as you will, and it's not really like you desperately need DPS since you have Super Break on one side and you have full up team com on the other side, right? So for me, I will prioritize on the theoretical supports that she's coming up. Right, cool. All right, so that's gonna be that. Eon Rame will do you very good. That's gonna bum. Rame Coggers. What is your break effect on this butter bitch? 173, and your Harmony Trailblazer is 170. That's good enough. That's good enough. Brave Arrow, yep, that's good enough. Don't really need too much to say over here. Gallagher, 147 quick protocol. The break effect is very low. You might want to consider try to bump that up a little bit more. But I would say your relics for like your sustains or your supports are not the main priority. Try to fix your DPS. For example, fixing a crit rate should be your big priority. Right, me personally. Spella, 142, probably give her a little bit more speed, that's fine, but also, like I mentioned, not really that big of a priority. Tian Yun definitely needs some work, especially considering the fact that she's literally not even E6, so you can definitely bring her up a little bit more. ER Rope, as well as Attack, Sphere, Attack, Body, 2.4k. You are on the right track. Bring this up to level 80, but you are on the right track if you are going to be using Tian Yun, especially if you pair up with Yun Li. It is almost... not almost... She synergizes super well with Yun Li, and it doesn't take away the slot that you would need for Fei Xiao. Right, you could run this with Fei Xiao, pulling up another sustain, and then you give Tian Yun Yun Li, and that will be an excellent team. Then you kind of slot in the sustain over here. Maybe you want to run Gallagher, that's completely fine because Gallagher, quick roll with Robin, it will work very well. And then your super break team, if you want to run this or don't want to run this, is also completely fine, right? So that's gonna be that. Jiao Qiu, you mentioned you are saving up Jiao Qiu for the rerun for Acheron. I think you are fine. You don't really need to invest in him yet. It's not that big of an urgency. But he is an excellent pairing for Acheron, right? It's just that whether your account truly needs Acheron, I think is probably less on the priority since you already have access to 3 very strong DPS archetypes. So that's me personally. Jade, you also put for the E1, so also extremely viable for Memory of Chaos, especially if you want to go for quantum weak units such as your Scylla, right? So don't really think there's too much to say over here. Doctor Ratio, if you don't want to use him, is also completely fine. You're chilling. Every other unit, if you don't want to invest, also completely fine. Super Break Himeko, if you want to try, feel free to go ahead, but I'm not gonna advise you for that, right? So yeah, I think generally speaking, this is an account that has a lot of potential. Because this is basically a quote-unquote new account, right? You started playing from 2.3. Like, you actually came back to Honkai Starbucks from around 2.3. I think it does show a lot of potential. You have extremely strong islands in terms of E1 Bobbin, E2 Robin, so E2 Firefly, as well as a, where's the other one? E1 Jade, which helps you a lot in pure fiction. So I don't think you are gonna be facing a lot of problems for endgame content, despite the fact that you just started from version 2.3, and I think you are already well ahead for the majority of the player base, right? Oh my god, I'm being such a I am so nice to new players. I'm practically glazing new players. Right, I'm just but I genuinely do think this account is looking very nice in terms of progression, in terms of the amount invested, in terms of which units you're building, the team building. You are on the right track. The only thing that I would, or rather the top three advice that I will offer you. Number one, don't forsake Unity. Don't forsake Unity. This unit is a strong DPS, and especially since you got the E2, right? Don't forsake Unity. She's completely fine without Fei Xiao, without Babin. Run with Huan Huan teammate. She's gonna be fine, especially at E2. So that's tip number one. Tip number two: bring up your crit rate for your Unity and Fei Xiao. So this is in terms of relic investments, and you're already in an exceedingly what do you call that? Efficient relic domain, because farming for your Yun Li and Fei Xiao also farms for your Super Break, for your Firefly, for your Harmony Trailblazer, for your Lingsha, for your Gallagher. They are all running the same thing, so it's extremely efficient. So for relic, just perma farm that set and you are good to go. This set, in case you don't know which set, I'm talking about this set specifically right here. Where is it? Yep, Path of Cavalier. Just dump all your energy here, and you are gonna be great. It's gonna be great, right? Fix your crit rate, fix your break effect. Hopefully, you can land a few memories of the past. If not, getting the signature light cone for Ramen is gonna be very nice, right? That's your tip number two. And tip number three: don't be too hyper fixated on building up Acheron as your third archetype. Because here's the thing, right? You would need to prepare an investment of E0S1 unless you are okay with getting E2 Acheron. As of this moment, I feel that E0S0 Acheron, she might not age that well at E0S0. Whereas we don't know what's happening in version 3, but if version 3 units are gonna be changing everything, having your Stellar Jade investments on the version 3 archetypes, it might do you more good. And generally, I'm not sure if you have noticed, but a lot of times in like Honkai Starbucks, a banner's rerun value is often not as good compared to when they first launched. The only exceptions are our supports, right? Our Runmei rerun, our Babin rerun. They are usually very strong. So personally, I wouldn't hyper focus on Acheron. Allow yourselves to be more malleable. Be like water, my friend. Be like water. If you're in the cup, you become the cup. If you're in the pot, you become the pot, right? Be water, my friend, right? See what happens in version 3 and then make your decisions from there. You are currently sitting at around not a very good amount of strategies, right? Yeah, this is basically 25 pools. So saving up, prepare for version 3. That is what I would do personally, right? So yeah, I think with that we can kind of come to the end of she is the CEO of Honkai Starbucks. It's Honkai, not Honkai, it's Honkai. Alright, it's Honkai. Pokke great. I feel that for a new account that just started on version 2.3-ish kind of. But yeah, Pokke great is gonna be an A- for me. I think you have a lot of promise. make use of the tips that I offer to you, and that's gonna be there. So if you want to know how you can join account reviews, exclamation review on Twitch chat. Word of the day: be like water, my friend. Right? Join Discord, join Twitch, join YouTube. So all the best, my country pools, and I'll see you guys next time.